ask all the widows in the village to come, so you can give them some rice and pink tomatoes. So one man observed the wife getting ready to attend this rice sharing event. The man said to the wife, but they only called widows. The woman said to the husband, "Kill your wound." So if you're coming to count your typical census, you count the man as a man. But to the wife, the man is no longer a man. Nothing exists anymore. That is why you need to make contribution for us to know that you're there and part of us. So when we are speaking, we speak with authority. And if you say that somehow we'll become we'll be, flush with money and that is not a good thing. Let me ask you this. Do you know how much it's costing us in Ebonyi to keep the Fulanis at bay in Ebonyi? Do you know how much it's costing us? When any of our men falls on the battlefield, do you think we abandon their families? Do you think we abandon them? Those are some of the things that we are doing that you don't know about. We fought them in Anambra and we drove them away from there. We did. In Imo, the same. In Abia, the same. They want to use the cover of the barracks in Ohafia to come in. We said no. We drove them away. We are fighting every blessed day. And we need your support to sustain it. We didn't have this number of people in the diaspora between 67 and 70. If we did, we would have won the war. That I know for sure. Let us complete the job that our father started. Let us complete this very work that heaven wants us to complete. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. If you have any questions, you're free to ask. I believe I'm in order. Is that correct? You have questions, you ask. Yes. Go ahead. You have to do one at a time, please.
Yeah. What is your name? Please introduce yourself first.
Yes. Yes.
I've been here for 1 or 2 years.
Speak English.
We have a lobbying. Is the way.
Speak English, man.
Why? English is important because Biafra is English.
Something here. Because the people who are lobbying on your behalf know the system. They know where the guns are buried. So it's usually the quickest way. So what my question is, and which I will also commit myself to doing, is what's the best way to raise the funds for the lobby? That is my question. It's been burning in my heart for a long time.
Thank you very much. Our brother is asking what is the best way to raise the money. If you have been paying this $1 a month, there will be no need to ask you to do anything else, isn't it? Okay. Oh, like $1, what I mean? Come on. Then from there we pay them. But what you do concede to is that lobbying is a very, very expensive business.
Are you an IPOB member?
Are you one of us?
Right now, I'm not officially.
Okay.
That's why now we go.
Okay. Now, there are those that may not wish to participate in the open, but provide help and assistance via the back door. Huh? Yes. they are also welcome to do so. So not everybody will be out there at the front doing something. Some will also want to support through the back door, and must accommodate them. Very, very important. That was why I said that Onyema is the last person who would help. You are all aware that every group in the north, including the Alamajiri kids, they are all sponsored by their people, isn't it? If we can achieve what we have achieved, given our limited resources, imagine what we can do with so much more. Imagine what we can do. Lobbying is the zoo. Who is the thing is Barnard that is representing the zoo here. The zoo's firm is called Barnard. They are the ones representing him at DC. Anywhere we go to they go the next day. Trying to rubbish us, telling the whole world we are terrorists, telling them that we started the war and all the rest of it. All the junk that the zoo can dredge up, they give to them, they submit to their people. So it's a very serious business, lobbying, and it costs a lot of money. Then my happiness, how did you even manage to afford to pay them? I don't know. But we are doing the best we can. That is why every contribution you make never goes to waste. None goes to waste. I don't have a car. Understand this. I don't have a car. I don't have a business. I have no landed property. I have nothing. I have no savings. My savings is the coming of Biafra. When Biafra comes, if you want me to starve to death, then I will starve to death if you want. Because I need to keep my hands clean to be able to go very far, because I understand Biafra more than most of you. Any day you become tempted, you start putting your mind on earthly things, cars, buildings, hotels, investment, you're finished. And we can't afford to do that. Everything I want, you are going to give me inside Biafra, not outside it. Olilanya munine in this life is inside Biafra, not outside. You can't have a mountain and then you're resting, then the mountain is in front. Does that make any sense to anybody? Elohim has taken everything from me, my mother and my father. There is no other. I say to Chukwu Kikabiam when I pray, there is nothing else you will take from me. You've taken everything. Now all I'm asking for is for Biafra to come. Because every sacrifice has been made. What else is holding? And he said I should come and speak to you. That you people are very stubborn. Very difficult. And he said I should preach Exodus to you, which I will not preach today, about your stubbornness and the way you tempt him and the way your behavior is what led to people who are beneath you to be ruling over you. If you don't see that as punishment from God, that means spiritually you're blind, you cannot see. People you're better than, people that move cattle from place to place, are the ones ruling you. That means that God in heaven is upset with you. You must have done something wrong, and those mistakes is what we're seeking now to correct. To put ourselves on the path of the straight and the narrow, that we may be worthy to be called the children of Elohim. Thank you. Next person, please.
IPOB. Family. Onye ndu anyị asị nnọọ aha nwo ji ochie dozi onye kwere from Ezinite Mbaise. Asị ka nkene gị because for over 4,000 years outside Moses, Joshua and David, this is the first time
You have waken us up. Here, Benjamin Netanyahu 3 months ago, this size of Bible Goji na conference. He was telling a lecture that Israel has no constitution. He brought this Bible and hold it. This is our constitution. And it started in 1948. We are very happy, IPOB family, here in Maryland and all over the world, that you are using the same foundation Israel used through David, Ben-Gurion, and Moshe Dayan, and Golda Meir, who was a student of Arizona University in 1943. And you are making our foundation to be like Israel. And you said it in your first broadcast that you will replicate IDF. And that is only hope we will have. And I've been watching all your broadcasts and all other broadcasts. You keep on saying the same consistency. And this is the first time a black leader is using that. And that will make Biafra to have integrity. And the foundation you laid.
Ask your question, sir.
I don't have question. All I have is the praise and the foundation consolidation. And this is the only hope we will have. The only question, it's not a question, I would like us to have is in our flag. When we are going to hoist our flag in our freedom and independence, I would like us to include 7 stars, Babando. Stars, which means the 7 ethnic group of Biafra, with Ofonogu in the middle. Ofonogu, which is command and the status of God. Yes. So that Ogabu, descent in Israel, we must always, we are not going to advance. And that is my contribution, and I want you to remember this.
I will.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Isn't it one year? Can I see your number?
I'm on Nenugu.
Oh no.
I'm on Nenugu.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm on Nenugu.
I like it. I like it very much. I like it, and your advice is taken on board, and we'll do something about it. I said something to people when I went to Jerusalem to go and pray. You know, when the white man came, the British came, they said we have no history. Are you aware of that?
Yeah.
Huh? They said you have no history. I don't know, they were hiding this from us. Who's Maro Chuku here? Aro Chuku. Can anybody tell me the transliteral meaning of Yeshua in Igbo language? What's the meaning of Yeshua? Yeshua, which is Joshua anyway. You see, this is the problem that we have. No, they don't know it. Yeshua, which the Europeans called Jesus Christ, the name given to him by his father and his mother is Yeshua, Chizoba. Only the Israelites in Israel and us praise God with the name we give to our children. No other race does it. And Chukwu Kikabiama said to me that those that fought before fought under a different banner. that we should go to battle with his name, Chukwuokike Abiama, and see if we will not be victorious. That's why I'm very certain that Biafra will come. There are some who don't understand what we are doing. They say they are Omenala and Ordinala, who don't understand the spiritual dimension of this. Our land is holy, no doubt about that.
Yes.
I'm not saying it's not. So is also the land of Israel. That is why men go mad trying to conquer that very small place.
Yes, always.
But there is one original religion, only one, from which the other ones became branches. Is that correct?
Yes, that's true.
That original religion is the knowledge of one supreme creator and owner of the universe. One. That our ancestors worshipped. Our ancestors worshipped directly.
Yes.
But because Elohim is very fierce, they try to go through others to go and plead. When they commit crime, our ancestors, they can no longer go and pray direct. They start looking for one Amadioha or Arosi to go and beg him. Do you know that's why you have Arosi in our place?
Yeah. The small angel.
Do you know that they are small angels? Are you aware of that? Are you sure they know this?
The small angels, yeah.
People have cheese, lesser gods, small ones, because the big one, when he gets upset, he kills everything inside. Chinkuku, that big one, when he's upset, he kills everything. So when they commit that their crime, they do in those olden days. The world is listening. They hide behind the lesser god and ask the lesser god to please beg the big one. Do you now understand? Not that you worship those small deities, no. They are messengers. We ask them to go and please go and beg for us. Because when Elohim is upset, you know what happens? Many die in the process. That's what happened. I don't want us to misunderstand it, because some people think they confuse Ordinala with Omenala and what we are doing. No. The worship of Elohim is not a religion that you can call a particular name, because that is the original, the number one. I've said this many times on Radio Biafra. In the olden days, before you become an Nze, not this one, the according to this America say. America one of this Canada burger come. Let me tell you why. What used to happen before you become a titled man in the olden days. Nze Ozo, you bring out your tongue and they will make 7 incisions on your tongue. They make 7 marks on your tongue and it will bleed. Yes. And from that day, any day you lie, you will die. Yes, that is why that is why you have to speak the truth to remain alive. If you lie, you will die. And that's why they say hiding under Amadioha. Okay, all that rubbish. Because you know if you lie, you die. And also go and check in our land. You know the boundary, we call it okay. In our land.
Yeah.
If you move it from where it is, it will never be well with you and your family. Go and check. All these things that people tend to confuse, they don't understand. They don't understand what is behind what we are doing. It's a mystery to most people. They thought we woke up one day and started to do, oh, Biafra is no. We understand the sacredness of our land and what Chukwuokike Abiama said. Our clock started ticking from the year 2012, 75 years from then. If we don't achieve Biafra, I don't know how many years I don't know within how many years. But if you don't achieve Biafra as soon as possible, our race will be destroyed. And it was then that the BBC issued, no, it was actually United Nations that issued a very grim report that the Igbo language will cease to exist within 75 years. These are some of the things that you don't know. So we are running a race against the clock to restore the kingdom of God upon the face of this very earth, which Biafra is. Which Biafra is. Some don't know this, but we do. So it's not just about freedom fighting for the sake of it. We are trying to do the will of God.
Yes.
People who don't understand won't understand. And I don't apologize for it. Thank you very much.
My name is Dr. Felix Onis. I'm a Biafran veteran, 10-year-old, trained by Major Amajo at our local mine. I'm also from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. My number is BA38456. I'm holding a lead in the lake. As I'm talking, I see faces of people who died. My name is 10 years. I'm a recent IPOB member.
Louder, please.
I'm a recent IPOB member. I ate in the same table with Uju. No, I come from my problem is America. Their leadership in America. America is the leader of the world. I'm here 44 years old. And the people we have put or allowed in the leadership are the people holding us from the Biafra. You have said it here. And I'm here to look at their faces. Some of them have spoken to me. I said once before I people. Their leadership is why we don't have Biafra today. Don't answer me here. We were here in New Carrollton.
Yes.
I have a house not too far. I called my junior brother when I had it. I just got from Philadelphia. I've been gone for 3-4 months. People been looking for me. I can't say where I went. I just came back. Immediately I closed my office. I called my younger brother. I said, go there. I see you. He saw you. When you went to Chicago, another one saw you. It's on the video. Not here, please. Gather your coordinators in US, your leadership. That's our problem here in US. Because you said here, excuse me, because if you're afraid, the fear fears the fearless. I'm a reverend, a chief. There's no title they haven't given me. I'm in Nigeria 3 to 4 months every year. Umahia. I am the pioneer of medical mission. I'm the pioneer of telemedicine. Now, it's God. This I don't call this Bible.
It's not a Bible.
Basic instruction before you leave on earth. I call them the manual of life.
Yes.
If you have TV, you have your iPhone, and you buy it from Best Buy, they give you a manual. It tells you the parts in it. It tells you how to work it. If you can't work it right, you can't get the best. The same with the TV. That's the problem you all have. I read this at the age of 10. I read the whole thing. I read it every single year. This is how I concluded it. I read the whole Quran, the Gita of the Buddha. I studied religion and what you say is. So I've been listening to you for years. Now, go and talk to them. They are a problem. The vision I have for Biafra is not really democracy. The only democracy there is come and vote, determine who leads you. But we need a meritocracy. Meritocracy. That's what China does. I've been to China many times. Their coordinators need to read. REA, the readers are leaders. I do leadership training. I'll give you my private number 24/7. I've been an advisor to African presidents. I will mention them. They don't read. We don't read. Africans. After certificate, after school, that's it. Even here. Anybody have read the 3 novels this year? Please raise your hand. I've read 40 to 50 books every year. I've read 41 this year. I just ordered 11 books. You can't run this world with common sense. All these things you're talking about here, I know, and all this stuff. Because you read. That's why you can lead. That's the problem with Fulani, you're right. How can somebody who didn't go to school know? I have an office in Abu. I have a cross line. That's my number one. Then this is another important one that will get us to one of the things we need. Who knows about Bruce Mayrock? Bruce Mayrock. Raise your hand. Bruce Mayrock. Anybody know about Bruce Mayrock? You know about him? Bruce Mayrock died what? May 30th, 1969. At the age of 20, 1949 to 1969. This is the young man that sat in the corner in front of United Nations and set himself on fire because of Biafra. He did something only Jesus did. And none of you know about him. I have it. Go to obituary.com. You will see his grave there. I put this. You can go there, put a flower, and memorize it. You don't know. We need education. Yeah, Cornelius are doing
He's a Jewish too.
This man here has been with me to fish out our younger children born here to educate them about Africa. We do that. That's what we need. Our leaders in America is a problem. They are holding Biafra. They are looking at me. If they doubt me, they come to me. I can come and say it loud and clear. That's why we say that if they don't move, we are going to find another election to work with you and get what we want. It's an emergency. We have an emergency. We have an emergency. They are the problem. Now, I want to propose that May 30th next year, we are going to Rosemary Rock grave. Light. I'm looking for the family. I've seen one lady here was responded, but not two of them. We're going with the candle lights that day. If we go there with the candle, all this major media will come out. The whole children will come out. That's how we can announce to the world that we are serious. Everybody come out after the marching on June 20th. I mean, before that, we take candle light, Biafran light, stand there for so long the media will come.
It's a good idea.
There. Go to obituary.com. Go there, all of you now, and put there. You see my own there with the flower. You do it obituary.com. Thank you. Those two things are what I want. Our leaders here need to set up. If they don't sit up, change them. Because before President Clinton left to Nigeria, what did he say? He said, it was Albert Einstein that said it first. When you insanity is when you continue to do the same thing again and again, and you're getting the same results. That's how he defined insanity. And that's what we're doing. You are asking us, have we gone to our congressmen and senators? Who is supposed to lead that and do it? Our coordinator. Have they done it? No. No. Are they encouraging people to do it? No. So that's our start. From today, the dynamics must change. Thank you, God.
Thank you very much.
Ladies.
I'm going to be very brief.
Ask him, come remind the Arani. I'm not saying more grease to the elbow. It takes one man to bet a nation, but it takes a multitude to build a nation. And I strongly believe that every true Igbo man believes that you are God sent. As everybody's here. And I know what it would take for you to come to America 1 or 2 times in a year and go to other nations. My first question is this. Is the $1 enough? Or is that the minimum? Can someone put more than $1?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Why am I saying this? It will not take only hundreds of millions. Think of lives that will be saved if Biafra were to come tomorrow. Those lives are worth more than, each of them is worth more than $10 million.
Priceless.
As hardworking as you are. One other thing I want to stress is that the the state, my American State Department, they are going around. And once they know you are a Biafran, they tease you with certain questions. Where do you come from? They start the discussion. What they want to hear, I believe, that you are a Biafran and not a Nigerian. Because you tell them you're in Nigeria, they believe you're still not sure of what you want.
Absolutely.
It's true, they're going around.
You can say, I'm a Biafran, but in Nigeria, I assume the person pretends not to understand the location of Biafra. You let them know.
Yes. Awesome.
I've encountered so many of them.
They're going around.
My name, Joseph Mwavurese Chimaroke. Abonubo. Was born in Aba and raised in Aba. If you knew there was Boys Company in 1967, I started it by the grace of God. The Boys Company that later became the Civil Defense of Aba. I was born and bred there. It was in 1967. I was supposed to go to high school. For the war, because they were bombing schools. Later, by the age of 14, I was a trained commando at Madonna 3, VA 287031. So, what am I saying? I am in America by the unction of God. I never desired to come. I read in Europe, went home an architect 6 years after. In Nigerian politics, God said, come here to preach the gospel. I am a pastor. Praise the Lord. And the issue of Biafra has been a burden in my heart. And of course, God has been giving some revelations. The last was that we got Biafra, but they killed a lot of our people. And I was one of those who were going around checking the dead bodies. Some of them were in the gutter. But there was a certain level of joy in us as we are looking at this thing. So it means that we got Biafra. That was the third time I'm having such a revelation from God. So I want to say also to you more grace to your elbow. Don't relent. It will cost us an arm and a leg. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
Praise God. So $1 is nothing to you. I'm sure if we decide that we can make it $100, we can do that. May God bless you.
Thanks very much.
Right here.
Oh man, we need to have
I'm not a person more English last delivery.
Go ahead.
Let me speak in English. And I want to be very brief because I know there are so many things that would have been much more better position to ask questions. And just like my brother said, as a minister, God bless you in December here. There's something that brought me here this evening. I had several commitments here in Baltimore. But when I had it, less than 24 hours, I would be here. Because my wife went to the US fingerprint place. And based on the revelation that the Lord gave to me, I told them when you go there, fill that application as a Biafra. I will tell you. She went there and filled in the column where it said nationality. She said something like they say Biafra. Then they asked her a question. The lady came back with the paper. I don't know the kind of paper she filled. And asked her, is it a new nation where you say Google it? That's what she told the lady. And she Googled it right there before her. I said, you okay? She did it as a Biafra. And my wife got her fingerprint document that sent back to her as a Biafra. So that's inspired me a lot because, like, to cut it so short, that's I'm going to cut it short because preachers talk too much. But it's not bad. But this thing I was telling you people, revelation about Biafra restoration was given to me in 1998. That was when Nigeria divided. So we're here to feel a mission. My question is this concerning this donation contribution. One thing, what brought me here is that I want to know who is the coordinator here because I don't believe in There are so many chatter in the media, in the social media. There's this one, is that one. That's why I said I'm going to come personally, see who is the coordinator here, face to face, airport to airport, because I have over 50 people that wants to do some donations that will show to them as proofs. So I was trying to know how those things are going to be sent, because not only that, by the virtue of God's grace, I don't know how I got attached to President Donald Trump campaign team in Baltimore. Then I sent the message directly to the president through one of the aides, and I got a reply. So I want to know. Let me just conclude. I hope you understood what I said.
No.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Can I say something 1 minute? Okay. A woman is here first. IPOB.
One family.
I thank everybody here. My name is Nena Igilebe. I'm an engineer, civil engineer, back in Biafra land for coming here.
An engineer?
Yes, civil.
Civil engineer?
Yes.
That's very good.
But I'm not practicing in America, unfortunately. I listened to what our leader said. I'm gonna be brief. It doesn't make sense. Every one of us here knows how hardworking he is, and we contributing $1 is like a slap on the face. We know how much expenses are both here in America and in Nigeria. He's taking out his time to travel to all parts of the world, and bringing out just $1 is just like we are not serious in what we are doing. If we can raise this to like $5, I don't think it's gonna be too much for any one of us. When you go to McDonald's, I don't think they sell anything $1 there. You have to understand that the economic situation in Nigeria is more than what we are seeing here. And my second opinion again is he has told us that he has no income, he has no bank account. We have to make provision to at least, even if we contribute money, let us set something aside that this is what we'll use in supporting his mission. You know, he cannot steal. He cannot be bribed. So it is all of us here and maybe in other countries. If I can get out to other people, let us have a certain pause where we say this is for the support of his mission, both his transport, hotel accommodation, feeding, you know, that might be another idea that I'm just trying to put up. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
IPOB.
One family.
Afambo Isaac. If I can do one, I'm more honest. The leadership of IPOB, I have said that this is my first time I've ever meeting our leader. And I said to him, I said to myself that I will let him know that he represents the very pure and true essence of an Igbo man, upright, unshakable. I said that. A man that represents our truth, a custodian of our truth. It's not by coincidence that you are here. If our Chukwu appointed for this, and when they came to storm your house, I was just so despondent. Oh, Jesus. And then I saw you in Israel. I said, man, because he survived that, Biafra is here.
Yes. Yes.
Because he did. Biafra is here. My question is this: how will this third class politician, Omo Agege, they call him also, that is going around trying to make his people not be part of IPOB? You know, he's just going around doing that. I think he's a vice Senate president. Exactly, and he's been doing that. Ask Kamalo your feeling about this.
If I will answer, and thank you to all of you, including those that spoke, and our dear sister. Thank you very much. I can use this. Thank you. If Omagege is Isoko or Shekiri?
Shekiri, I think it's
Is it Shekiri?
Yes.
If our own Efulefus couldn't stop us, I also believe that he will not be able to make any difference. Yes. Because Ishekiri is Biafra.
Yes.
They are also blessed with common sense and ability to reason.
Yes.
The same way you are gathered here today is how Ishekiris all over the world are gathering and making sure that Biafra becomes a reality.
Amen. Yes.
Anything Omagege is doing, he is bound to fail.
Yes.
And what happened to the others will happen to him. He will serve the zoo. He will come back in shame.
Yes.
Thank you.
Amen. Okay. Amen.
My name is Mosu from Anambra State. Nobody will tell me about the history of Biafra. If you know what Oga stands for, you should know better. So we have the history about Biafra, and we suffered for it. But my question is this. What is the best strategy to market Biafra movement within America? And I mean, within the circle of our people living in America. Why I ask this question is this. Our people are afraid. In fact, it looks like they are ashamed of discussing the topic Biafra. Even in different organizations, town union organizations, and committee of friends, if you mention anything about Biafra, nobody want to listen to you. Why are we ashamed to discuss this? I'll give you one example. I belong to Anambra Association. When there was a massacre in Ozubu, this recent massacre, I was so devastated. I mentioned that topic to the organization, asking them, what are we going to do to help these people? The government is destroying their lives. Do you know what somebody told me? This is the wrong place to discuss this topic.
How old is the person?
They know themselves. You know, some of them they say they are old enough. They are veterans, Biafran veterans.
Not Biafran veteran. No Biafran veteran will ever say that. Never. Honestly, fake veterans they are.
And the rest of them, I'm so extremely disappointed. I told them. As a matter of fact, you know what they said? They said that we should discuss the topic whenever we have a meeting. And the meeting is likely to be next year. And because there is end of the year party which they have to do, I said, look, life is more important to me than enjoyment. How can I be enjoying and then people are suffering? I said, it makes no sense. Yes. America stands for charity and a humanitarian work. So what are we doing? That's the question I asked them. And you know, the next thing they threatened, oh, they're going to get me out of the meeting. And you know what? Before they get me out of the meeting, I got out of the meeting myself. Because I am extremely passionate about this topic. So I'm suggesting that we should do thorough marketing of this brand. If everybody is ashamed of being a Biafra, I'm not ashamed. And again, most of the people who are looking up people are looking up to. You know what they're doing, my director? These people are busy conducting traditional marriages in America, chieftaincy, permission of the culture. They don't want to do something that we encourage we youth to come out and see what we can do for our future. Honestly, I'm not happy to stay in America here. Because I know the best vacation I can have is back home.
Always. Always.
What we're doing here is not the best. My director, I have to commend you for your ability to be here. First of all, I told my friends that you changed my life. I follow you every time, every minute. I listen to Radio Biafra every time. My friends, when you went to Japan, I was talking with my friends in Japan. They were giving me feedback of what is going on. I watch you and I follow you every time. So keep it up. Keep the movement up. Without you, there will be no us here.
Exactly. It's true.
You raise our consciousness.
Yes. Keep time.
And I will
Forever.
And I will conclude by saying this, and I quote, Frank Fanon said, every onlooker is either a coward or a traitor. Thank you.
Of course. We are recording. We are recording.
Anambra Union in America will not support Biafra agitation because they take money from Obiano.
It's true.
And I say this with every authority, that Biafra will be restored. And all those people who know him when I came here, they will not enter Biafra.
Yes.
I tell them this, to do everything they can in America in conjunction with the zoo to stop IPOB and to stop Biafra from coming, because they will fail.
Yes.
Biafra will come and they will not enter Biafra land.
Guarantee. Guarantee. Forever.
Because I know most of the time. My name is Chiamaka. So my question for today is, I always mostly talk about how we engage the youth in Biafra. And most of the time when we come together, the people we see around us are the elderly ones, the senior, the veterans. And I ask this question, where are your children? Not because I know you don't want to bring them here. And the other thing is that all this Igbo group or other groups that come together, a lot of the time their children are not even there. I talk to students, I'm a student, and most of the time when I talk to students around me, they don't even know anything about Biafra. Why? Because their father, their mother didn't tell anything about it. And when I remember speaking with one and he said, oh, the war. That was the only thing he remembered about Biafra. And now that we are fighting for the freedom of Biafra, none of them even recognize or even have idea of what is going on. So how do we, just as my brother said, how do we market Biafra out there? Because we need to go beyond this us and get into the life of the youth, the teenagers, and preach this gospel of Biafra, because we are not enough for the elders to say this to the youth. So how do we get out there to capture them young in order for us to really get our message out there? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. 1 second. As in Ahioman Erongwe, is that correct?
Yes.
It is not how many that actually come on this very journey. It's actually how dedicated the few that identify themselves are able to pursue this very project to its logical conclusion. When we started IPOB, we went like this, I'm sure. The people you're seeing here today only came because they were able to receive the information. Less than 12 hours, is that correct?
Yes. That's true.
And on social media. These are those who are active on social media, I believe.
Yes.
Or that stumbled upon the fly on social media. Anybody that claims they don't know about Biafra, you are deceiving yourself and you're lying to yourself. What we are going to do, our brother Ndu Kochugwu Alala herself. I love you. Okay. Oh, okay. Mandi anana tight. Okay, I said it. They said here about the leadership in America. I used to watch Bugs Life. I watched it within America. I'm not watching it within Abikam as well. You know the movie Bugs Life? Have you seen Bugs Life?
Yes.
Cartoon. Go and watch Bugs Life. Watch it. I remember Hopper, who was the principal grasshopper leading the troops against the ants, saying to the newly appointed queen that the first rule of leadership, everything is your fault. If we are not doing that well, I'll blame the leadership in America. Huh? And you as a student, the best way to get something done is when you do it yourself. Is that correct?
Yes.
So you will also have the responsibility of making sure that our students actually come out to be part of this. And that's our brothers are there as well. Unyoga, please stand.
That's the doctor.
A doctor. On his own way, okay. As long the doctors and the nurses now, but in America, so he's a medical doctor, I presume. Is that correct? I have never seen, if in the understanding of the zoo, a medical doctor can be a miscreant. I don't know what an alamajiri katoriara will be then. Here is a medical doctor who is a miscreant in America. Unbelievable. You will join us and profess solutions because I don't know everything.
Yeah.
I can't pretend I know everything. There are some ideas and suggestions you bring that will run with it. You and our sister as well. We need to mobilize our students, and anything you need from IPOB leadership to make that happen, we'll do it. Another thing we are going to do in America is this. You must start IPOB family in your neighborhood. Some may not come out in the open. We must also create an avenue for those of them from zoo. You understand? They can come, you know the Nicodemus, they can come to the back door. We also accommodate them. And we must take this very gospel to every association, every group. Our children must have their own gathering. Don't you see what they're doing back home? Don't you see it?
Yes.
Children, and 6 years old, 8 years old, they do their own thing. The fathers do their own thing. So the kids will also do theirs as well. And our students too. The thing about it is that there's always this concerted effort to make you feel ashamed of Biafra and who you are. Don't allow them to succeed. Never allow them to succeed. We shall, and of course, as we develop all these new ideas as to what we are going to do, I'm even sure that our woman leader here, they also have their plans, and their wing is also growing very rapidly. Is to try as much as we can, wherever you are a coordinator. Are you listening to me? Yes. Wherever you, I have said this many times, on your street, you are a coordinator. Start an IPOB family wherever you are. Start one. In your school, you start one. Wherever you are, you start one. That is how we'll get this message across to our people. Thank you very much. Our sister, please.
I'll have to speak about the great because, to be honest with you, I love IPOB with all my heart. They have been trying to make me stop, but I told them, look, I even want to know when they will start training us here because we're gonna call home when it starts. Because war is inevitable. And I keep asking them, when are we gonna start training here to carry the gun? The only thing that we have to be aware that this is gonna happen. And they're gonna come home. And I will not go home not knowing how to shoot. Because before you kill me, at least I'm gonna kill somebody. I'll not be there watching them to kill me. So I'll keep asking them, they're gonna start training out here. We can go to shooting range. But we have to start by planning it with our leaders here. The guy that said about our leaders here is because he said the truth. I could have dropped out since. But due to the love I have for IPOP, I couldn't drop out. The leaders you have here, the leader IPOP here, they are 16th century men who have no understanding. We are 21st century people. And this guy is leading up with archaic ideas. When you bring an idea, even a child can tell an adult to run away from danger. You don't have to say because you're a child, I will not run away from danger. If I tell you there's a danger, listen to me. The leadership you have here is the problem IPOP have. And the reason why Biafra have not come is because America is the one that will lead IPOP. No other people. This is where the money is. This is where the one power is. This is where everything is. And we, all of us here, whether you like it or not, we need to carry gun. We need to know how to shoot. I don't know yet, but I want to know how to do it. But we need to start coordinating it. But the leadership here, when you are talking to them, they push you back. They're like, who are you to tell me what to do? I'm like, I'm a nobody. But I'm here because I love Biafra. I want to go home. I cannot walk like this forever. I am dying. I want to go home. I know. But I want to go home. I cannot walk like this in the next 20 years like this. And if Fulani go and occupy my father's land, where am I going to go when I go home? To kill me will be easy for them. Because if they get people down here, who will do that? Nobody. So, God sent you to do this work. Yes. I know it's not easy. I'm sorry for the death of your mother and your father. And I don't know how God give you the strength to keep carrying on. Because I will not be able to carry on if it is me. I cannot carry on because I will break down. Because I know what it is. But the way you carry on like nothing happened. God is trusting you. And God has created you for this. Yes. I know you sacrifice everything you have for this. But God will repay you. God will help. I keep telling them. They say that they tell me I'm a radical. I said, no, I'm not a radical. I know what is happening back down there. And it's paining me because it's my people that they are killing. And who is killing us? Dirty people that live in the bush. Yes. They do not want to come and watch my own TV in my own house. That is a mansion. And imagine want to come and occupy my own house from the bush that they are. They will not even know how to keep it. Because when they come in, they will just mess up everywhere. Because they don't know what it is. We are brought up decent. They are not brought up decent. They don't know what it means to keep anything. And they want to come and occupy us. Take our own father's house. So for God to bring you out to do this, He will keep you. And will keep you. Nothing's going to happen to you. Nothing will ever happen to you.
Thank you very much, my dear sister. Thank you very much for that. As I said before, there is a place where you will work. Everybody has a job to do in IPOB, all of us here together. There's something, somebody will come around and take your details. There's something you will do for us. And we can move on because IPOB structure and the way we work is designed to make sure that we don't lose focus or discipline along the way. Sometimes it may not all go well with some of the radical ideas that we have, but we still welcome those ideas and we intend to implement them. But I think you work with the women's wing to make sure that some of those ideas are implemented. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm still I have to thank you chairman or president. I have to give you that president. President. We are saying.
Inflate your voice. A little bit loud, please.
Please, I have to thank you, for all what you are doing. It's not easy. It's not easy because a lot of things are going on, and you put it aside and keep moving on. I pray that God will give you the grace to carry on this mission, and nothing will happen to you.
Yes, sir.
And we pray that we're behind you. In anything we can do to support you, I hope we will do. And I'm saying it this evening, please, that $1 is not enough. If you can do $20, I think $20 will be enough. At least let's do $20. Let's say $10 going for the fund and $10 for his, moving around, going, because whenever he comes here, you got to rent a car, come to this place.
For your information, it is from $1 up. From $1. From $1. Yes, it's not $1. It's from $1.
And secondly, whenever I look on internet, I always cry each and every day. How these people moving every corner of Biafra land. I don't even sleep because I have brothers and sisters. Because actually, and if you are here and your people are there dying, tell me how you are going to sleep or how you are going to eat and have peace of mind. To be honest to you, that bothers me a lot. And now my question is this. The way things are going on, they are bringing their troops each and every day. How do we have anything in case if this thing happens? Do we have anything for those that are back home to start with? You understand? That is why I'm talking about $1 cannot, help us. And another thing, please, let me say it here. Everybody that is here, know it right from this moment. We are not free. Nobody think that you are free. Even if you are free here, your people back home are not free.
Of course.
Please, let us do something before it is too late.
Yes.
Before it is too late. Unless somebody that doesn't watch his cell phone each and every minute. Sometimes I quarrel with my wife because I don't sleep. I'm telling you, each and every minute I'm on my phone, I'm shedding tears. Sometimes she brings food that I'm not eating because I know what it is. I witnessed Biafran war when I was little. People died, and we don't want something to happen. Please, we need something. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my dear brother. I know that some of you have work to go to. What we are saying is that $1 is the minimum, and the best thing for us to do is identify who your local coordinator is. If you have no coordinator, you start an IPOB family where you are. As simple as that. Please, wherever you are, you start an IPOB family and make contact with the state coordinator, and then from there we take it on. Thank you very much. Can our mother here have? I call everybody mother. Once you're a woman, you're a mother. Can you give her the microphone so she can speak, please?
You know what? Two mothers. One.
That's another mother. Okay.
One is the mother is coming.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have a son. I have a little to say. My sister was crying that she's still here. Look at me with my age. I've got my children, all my children are in Nigeria. Whenever I tell them I want to come to you, they say, Mommy, no matter how you are suffering, you are helping us down here. You come home, you can't stay for 1 year, and you are gone. I started thinking, I said, so now
I'm in a foreign land. I don't know what will happen to me tomorrow. And I don't have any hope as to when I'll go back. I have a son.
And like they say in America here, loyalty is number one.
Always.
Loyalty is number two.
Yes.
Loyalty number three.
Yes, always.
There's no point telling me, oh, my wife is very pretty and I have a pretty husband and everything, and it doesn't come home even before 12 midnight. There is worthless.
Always.
Loyalty is number one. Even in this country,
Always.
most of you who are in corporate America here
Yes.
know that if you're not loyal, if you like manufacturing, you are
Subordination.
off. That is number one.
Always.
Now, I would just want to go, I'll take about 2 minutes. Somebody came here and mentioned the reason why our people are not joining IPOB or coming out. And I'll refer you to a famous black abolitionist. His name is Nat Turner. He's from Southampton, Virginia, born in 1800, and he died in 1831. And I quote him. He came out and gathered 1,000 men and said, how many of you need freedom? Move forward. And 900, this is a real story, you can Google it. 900 moved forward, and the 100 was left behind. And he said, ladies and gentlemen, we have to get rid of this one behind me because this is our real problem. You can Google it. It's a glass story. He led Nat Turner, Nat Turner. This guy led the first revolution and abolitionist movement. He gathered both the freed slaves and unfreed slaves. And in 1831, when he saw an eclipse, it's a true story, of the sun. If you look at it, you see it passed through Virginia. And he said it was his black ancestors that gave him this sign to strike. And he led them, and they killed 60 white people, children, men and men, that night. This guy was one of the brightest preachers. He taught himself, read this Bible. He said he was inspired. And that is why they descended on the black slaves in 1831, 32, 33, 34. Massacred, that is, killed all of them. Turner was flayed, beheaded him. His head is now in National Museum, Black Museum, his head, because they have to find him. Even the judge who tried him wrote a book. They call it Natter's Confession. So that is why in every gathering, in any war, they treat saboteurs very harshly. People gave him up because he went and hid, and somebody went and told the enemies where he was hiding in a culvert that was covered by a fence. Enemies within is our problem. Some people are complaining that people are not joining. Everybody goes to a meeting and then nobody wants to talk about Biafra.
Always.
Be it Enugu from Enugu State, be it Anambra, Abia, everything. And you know what? All 99.9% of all the presidents, all the public relations officers for Igbo or Biafra land in this country, we are sponsored and paid for by our politicians back home. Always. They were paid and put there. They are also members of this forum. So when they talk and they see you, they call themselves, oh, get rid of this one. We don't know what he's saying, and they get rid of you. They are paid agents. They are paid monthly. Some of them have been offered houses back home. So that's why I say, oh, if you want to do it, this is not the forum. You have to go to another forum. That's not true. There is no true Biafra who do not want to be free. We are in this country because some people died, fought for it, were free in this place, open our mouth and start enjoying air condition. Since we came here, they can never take the light or the water, unless there's severe weather. Even then, they will apologize to you.
Always.
And we enjoy it here, and they tell me that these guys are normal.
They're not.
Let me tell you, it's not going to stop because they know that the power is here. Every session, that's why they're fighting us in here. It is a very relentless war. You're looking at a guy who has been excluded from Nottingham USA.
because the first video that was posted when the man was chased in Germany, a friend of mine, a cardiac surgeon, and a schoolmate, and a classmate, a roommate, sent me that video. And there were people who sent it out and made it viral. And they traced it to me and made sure they removed me from Forum of Enugu USA till today.
Better for you.
No, meanwhile, I am the highest donor, the chairman of all the occasions in that forum. By the way, I'm a medical doctor of 35 good years. Good one for that man.
Always. The best.
So,
The best.
I'm telling you, people cannot give up. Because you are looking at a divine man with a divine project. Yes, of course. Let me tell you too. I heard people are complaining leadership and everything. It is not easy to lead our people. You have to realize that one quality of leadership is you lead by example. If you criticize me once, please praise me. If you criticize me 3 times, praise me once. Secrecy is source of power. There's a reason why we give this short notice. We give about, say, 2 days or 2 hours. There's a reason for that. And those people that make sure that this guy is safe, this man, I want onion do. These people have a price for me. Because onion didn't do. As donkey. Of course. So, because ihe ga-adịcha na mma
Keep it up.
From Texas.
Because I'm actually for 101 online for our children. And the reason is I come to Dr. Esther Eke.
The doctor can carry a bag.
Following our Supreme Leader, I'm not a member, but as of today, I like what we're doing. So I really can see. And they will even parents again. Oh, every done every lake. Anyway, yeah, here she using Texas. Because I'm a person anyway, fake news and gas. That's normal. I don't hate you.
All the way from Houston.
I'm overwhelmed. Yes. I'm very, very overwhelmed. I've been here in the US for 30 years. It's time for us to go home.
Yes.
And to the point that we are all here wasting our talent. And really, we can build the nation there.
Yes.
Okay? I mean, in terms of hospitals,
Everything.
and
We have it all.
everything. You know,
We have it all.
we're just praying for this Biafra to be reality, and all of us will come out.
Yes.
But right now, question for you is, I took on the Facebook advertising here in again. In fact, I'm not on the follow. In fact, I have the Biafra app. So problem right now, the Cameroon that English speaking Cameroonians. So actually joined by Biafra because I back so you can in a cuisine now. Let's expand. Now say Biafra will come for Igbo people. It's for all of us. So the tribes, Mandi, Rivers, all those people, even Yoruba people, they're all just together. So in weekend night, if you see, I say, okay, Biafra is for you and me.
Even Hausa people.
Of course, we are.
So I thank you so much. Another thing, the Biafra money, as of now, how again eBay. Yeah, I have to show you to you now.
You know it's coming.
It's $200.
Can you imagine?
Yes.